So, John, the last time you were here, you told us that you were looking forward to January 20th, 2009. America gets a new president. Now, we know the reasons why. What do you think is wrong with American politics today?
What's wrong with politics is that some well-intentioned and some not well-intentioned people go there for self-serving purposes, and some with lofty, ideals, and some not so. And what happens is that they all become obsessed with becoming re-elected, and money gets in the way, and money becomes like a sort of a mistress, if you will, to all politicians. So it's got to stop. It's time for a change.
So what then is the solution?
Well, so the solution is get rid of all the lobbyists in Washington. I mean, it doesn't matter what they're there for. I mean, if they're there for the dolphins or the trees or healthcare or the oil industry or for lawyers, it doesn't matter. Get rid of them all. I mean, there's too much money and influence going on there. If you want something done, write a letter to your representative like the rest of us. That's it. That's all.
So, who are some of your favourite and not so favourite American presidents?
Well, FDR and JFK, of course, but Jimmy Carter was an honest and decent man, and Bill Clinton was very, very intelligent, very smart, but he did a stupid thing.
Not so favourite?
Well, I'll tell you, that Nixon fella, he was very nasty and secretive and paranoid man, and he should have been a used car salesman as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you, John. John, before we end tonight's episode of Arts BBC, I would like to bring out a very special guest, and it's going to be a bit of a surprise for you. It's one of your oldest friends, your own personal musical hero, the poet, the preacher, the genius, the voice of his generation and beyond, the great Bob Dylan.
Hey, Bob, how are you? Good to see you.
Bob, thank you so much for joining us. As I was talking to John, I will address the same question to you. Could you please give us a few thoughts on American politics and the up-and-coming elections?
Well, I don't know much about politics, and I consider myself more of a song and dance man myself.
No thoughts?
Well, what can you say about it? If someone like Hillary Clinton, if she's elected, she's just like a woman, and if and John McCain, if he's elected, hard rain's gonna fall.
And what about Mr. Barack Obama?
Obama is things have changed, and something is blowing in the wind. And if nothing is done, we could all be knocking on heaven's door.
Bob, John, thank you so much for being with us today. As we close tonight's interview, are there any last thoughts you'd like to say before we close?
Well, it's not dark yet, and the times they are changing.
Oh, the times they are changing.